Maybe there's a guy, and he knows I got to get in shape. I got to start working out. And it's been a long time since he's been to the gym. And so he walks up to the gym, and when he walks up to the gym, he feels like lazy. He feels like a sloth. Man, I haven't been to the gym in forever. He works out one time, and he walks out of the gym all, man, I'm strong. Like we have this problem, and some of the guys are laughing because they know. Like the next day, the muscles are sore, and we're like, yes. My muscles are building after my workout yesterday. And we're fueled by this desire to be competitive. We're fueled by this desire that if I can make myself look better than the person next to me, then it's going to somehow fuel my identity and it's going to make me feel better. And the problem is, we talked about this a little bit last week, the problem is that when I'm doing well, that makes me feel good. But when I start to struggle, my struggles also can become my identity, which is why when we asked this question last week, who do people say that you are? Who do you say that you are? And we answer that question, I am. This is an intensely personal, but also an intensely emotional decision. Because maybe last week you came into church and you felt really good. Man, things are going my way, and my family life's going pretty good, and the kids didn't fight on the way to church this morning, and everything felt pretty good. But then the last week, things started to fall apart. Your house started to become ruined, and the family started squabbling, and you instead of getting a promotion at work, you got maybe a condemnation by your boss because you did something wrong. And all of a sudden, because this is so intensely personal, but also so emotional of a process, that we find our identity in our successes and failures. And so it fuels that competitive juice to say, I want to be competitive because when I'm winning, I feel better. But the problem about people when they're fueled by winning and losing is that I have a tendency to say, if winning makes me feel better, then I'm going to choose to win at all cost. And when I lose, I'm going to feel dejected and lost. And the problem in life is that we feel more often that we lose than we win. And then we start to think, well, I simply don't measure up anymore. Because when it comes to where we're at spiritually, for a lot of us this week, we're going to have some spiritual high moments, but we're probably going to have some spiritually challenging moments. And it's in those moments where we start to struggle that we say, man, now I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know if God's going to be able to work this out of my life. And then we start to talk about things in church like you could actually be used to do big things like the series is all about. And we say, no way. There's no way in the world I could do big things. JJ, you don't know my story. And this isn't just way back in my past. I'm talking about this was last night. I was making some of these same choices that tore me apart. And so what we're talking about today is this idea of confidence versus competition. Where do I start to gain confidence in my life?